So I thought I'd record the first proper clip for walking and talking and capturing today's blurb. So a phrase was said to me the other day and it hasn't left my mind because I think it covers a wide breadth of things within it, and also what things I might wish just to figure out loud. I'll put them on here just to see if my thoughts are true. So the other day, it was a week on Sunday to be exact, someone in my life turned to me and said, you know what, I think I'm only gonna drink, as in alcohol, on the weekends, and the weekdays I'm not going to drink any alcohol. Now this comes from a man who had a fall start of the year, primarily I believe because he'd lost his balance due to, in the day, he'd had a few different drinks of alcohol. I'd say whiskey, brandy, Guinness were involved. They're the ones I know of, and I don't know how many glasses of each were taken. And he had a fall, lost his balance in the evening, and I had to seek out help to come and help me get him up. Couldn't help himself due to meds that he's on, and doesn't have the strength in his arms and legs anymore to push himself up. So what followed when this other person came to help me was a load of gaslighting, trying to make out that his fall had nothing to do with drink. He was perfectly fine. The next day he was going to go shopping. Oh, he's going to buy some whiskey. Oh yeah, because I'm fine, I'm perfectly fine. Nothing to do with this is alcohol. And I didn't say anything. I believe if something is so clear, you don't waste your breath trying to prove something. I think the truth stands for itself, and it certainly did that evening, even though those two people involved were doing their best to gaslight me and the situation. So my decision was not to make any comment about it at all afterwards. Obviously checked on his safety, did what I could that way the next day just to make sure there were things that may help him. He is 80, turned 80 at the end of last year. So there's a lot of factors there. And I left it, didn't comment, didn't mention anything to do with alcohol, didn't comment on what I'd noticed was alcohol wasn't being drunk, certainly not in front of me. But I think maybe at the start of the day, in the morning, when I was out of the house, I think it was being consumed. But I never let on that I knew that, didn't question anything, didn't comment, didn't anything. And then we come to a couple of Sundays ago, and this statement was made, and I didn't make any comment to the statement about what he'd said, in agreement or not. I just, before I went to bed, said, this is about your safety, your health, your body. Only you can make these decisions for yourself, nothing to do with me. Sorted him out that day with the walking stick to use, and now as I reflect, I think the walking stick was his way of using, let's say, distraction maybe. And I'm going to be good, I'm going to use this as you wish me to, and I'm going to have balance just so I can carry on drinking. I didn't say anything, didn't react to anything about drink, no comment. whatsoever. He made a point when he poured himself a whiskey one night, or was smacking his lips, and oh, that's lovely. And I have made the decision that when alcohol is now poured, I will get up and leave the room. The other person who encourages him to drink is never there when he drinks. And I just think I don't need to be either. So that night I got up and I left. And then I left it. Haven't made any comments. But of course that empty statement of I'm just going to drink weekends, that was a Sunday night. So hence the next day was obviously a weekday. And what happens? You've probably guessed it. The alcohol comes out. So weekday, alcohol is still poured. And he says, I just fancied. Thought, oh, I'll just have one to relax. Just a wee dram to relax. And he laughs. And again, I say, it's up to you. It's your health. It's your body. It's your safety. And I take myself off to bed. Say nothing. And then just this weekend, I do hear in the meantime, obviously, this other person comes and they have whisper conversations and talking as if, oh, well, I drink this of a night, and go on, have a drink. And they're different ages. The one who encourages him is about 54. So younger, fitter, all sorts of things, all differences. And then this weekend, out of nowhere, he started this disagreement, argument, whatever you want to call it, about alcohol. Well, I'm still going to have it. I'm going to have this, I'm going to have that. And it's my choice. I can change my mind about what I said. And I think, okay, that's fine. And again, my choice is now very determined. I will leave the room. Because I don't mind the alcohol, being drunk, but what generally happens is there may be a bit of giddiness, a bit of joviality, but that soon turns into viciousness, aggressiveness, abusive comments that then are forgotten about conveniently in the morning or later on in the evening, as if they've never happened. And of course I have to put up with that. But when I reflect on his statement, it makes me laugh. And I laugh just because it was so obvious to me. It's so obvious it was a lie at the time it was being told. Almost, I think he knew he was lying to himself. I don't know if he meant to say it. Did it just come out of his mouth? Was it meant to get a reaction from me? And as there are narcissistic traits, tendencies within him, I'm lingering on that factor maybe that actually this is more about that baiting, getting attention and getting me to react. Certainly last Sunday when came from nowhere and I hadn't commented on alcohol at all, but he got me to by starting an argument about it. Last week he went shopping and he left a 1 litre whiskey bottle on the table, a bit longer than normal. Normally when he goes shopping for alcohol, it's the first thing he puts away. I imagine there's times if I'm not there that he puts it away quickly, or he puts, out of my viewing, shall we say. But last week, for some reason, it was left there on the table longer. Even once everything else had been put away, and I was still determined, I am not commenting. I am not saying a thing. And sometimes there's alcohol in the day. Obviously I understand rugby matches, football matches, whatever, he'll want some alcohol, perfectly fine. But my decision is now, I will leave the room. I choose me. I choose to take myself out of the abusive atmosphere. I choose me. So I go to bed early. When the alcohol comes out at night, I leave the room immediately. So last night I had something on the TV. He went to the drinks cabinet, started to pour himself a drink, and I immediately jumped up, asked him if he wanted the TV leaving on, and I went straight to my bed. So I just wanted to record that, as that was just a saying that was said. It's made me smile, made me giggle, just how immediately I knew it was a lie as soon as it was said, and immediately it was shown to be a lie from the Sunday to the Monday night. I don't know if anything like this is going on in your life, but I hope you choose you. Do what is best for your health. Thank you.